Previously on The Whispers. Here are 5 powerful life lessons from the last episode of The Whispers. The inheritance was a trap all along. Number 1. Truth isn't always safe, but it's necessary. Zara's journey shows that truth can shatter the foundation of your world. But silence protects only the guilty. Facing the truth, no matter how painful, is the first step toward freedom. Number 2. Not everyone close to you is loyal. The Betrayal by Daniyal reminds us, loyalty isn't guaranteed by blood. Sometimes the deepest cuts come from those you trust most. Always watch for actions, not just words. Number 3. Secrets have a shelf life. What's buried in darkness always fights its way to light. Family secrets might protect reputations for a while, but eventually they destroy generations. The cost of hiding truth is greater than the shame of facing it. Number 4. Strength means continuing when everything breaks. Despite emotional destruction, Zara keeps moving forward. Real strength isn't about being fearless. It's about acting even when you're terrified, broken, or betrayed. Number 5. Every answer comes with a price. Zara learns that uncovering the truth isn't the end. It's the beginning of deeper chaos. Some doors once opened cannot be closed. Every revelation demands a sacrifice. Peace, trust, or even someone you love. Choose your questions wisely. Now let's proceed to episode 3. Zubair's Game. Narrated by Zara Amaan. They say knowledge is power. But I've learned that the wrong truth at the wrong time is a curse. I opened the door they told me never to touch. And what I found changed everything I ever believed. I couldn't stop staring at Uncle Rahim's body. Blood had soaked the carpet. The smell of iron and gunpowder lingered like a ghost. His eyes were wide open, shocked like he saw someone he trusted pulling the trigger. The police ruled it as self-defense for now. They arrested no one. But I knew what really happened. My mother wasn't praying anymore. She wasn't crying. She was still like a ticking time bomb. She looked at me and whispered. Rahim was going to expose it. The whole thing. He had files, voices, names. Expose what, Amy? She answered with a name that still makes my skin crawl. Zubair. We all thought Zubair was just a bitter relative trying to win a land case. But what I learned next made me realize. Zubair wasn't fighting to win something. He was fighting to bury something. 3 days after Rahim's death, I got a message. Unknown number. Video file. It showed Rahim in his final days, recording a confession in a dimly lit room. His voice trembled. Zubair is laundering money through the disputed land. It's not about inheritance. It's a cover. The land is a front for an international operation. He's bought off lawyers, judges, even police. And if Zara finds out the truth, she'll be next. Just like her real father. He held up a photo. My father, Sajid. Lying in a hospital bed. Eyes closed. Tubes in his nose. Dated 2 weeks ago. That means he was alive. Alive until recently. Alive while all of this was unfolding. And no one told me. I lost my mind. I screamed at my mother. Tore through her files. I broke into my father's office. That's when I found the second will. Hidden behind a loose brick. A will that left everything, the land, the house, the business, to me. Signed by Sajid. Damn. Verified. But never submitted to court. Because my legal father, the man who raised me, withheld it. Why? To protect me. Or to protect Zubair. I went to confront Zubair. He welcomed me with tea. He smiled and said, I knew you'd come eventually. It was always going to be you, Zara. You were the only one clever enough to look behind the curtain. I was shaking with rage. You killed Sajid. You killed Rahim. He just laughed. No, child. I didn't need to. Sajid died of guilt. And Rahim. Let's just say. Some secrets die harder than others. Then he leaned in and whispered something that broke my soul. What if I told you, your mother knew the truth all along? I staggered. No. He showed me a photo. My mother, Zubair, Sajid, all together. 15 years ago. Smiling. They were working together once, he said. But Sajid got greedy. And your mother got scared. Then he dropped the final blow. Zara. The documents your father forged weren't to steal land. They were to protect it from your mother. I left shaking. What was the truth now? Was my mother the victim? Or the architect? Was I born from a mistake? Or a plan? I returned home in silence. And that's when I found it. An old tape recorder hidden in my mother's prayer mat. Press play. Her voice came through. Broken. If you find this, Zara, I'm probably gone. I never meant for you to suffer. But I had to keep you from knowing what kind of man Sajid truly was. He wasn't just your father. He was a criminal. He used me. Used the family. Used you. Zubair was the only one who promised to keep you safe. In exchange. Kept silent. Gave up the land. I erased the will. I let you live a lie. But now I know. Silence has become the loudest curse in this house. Fell to the floor. All of them had lied. All of them had used me. I was the prize in a war they started before I was even born. But it wasn't over. The next day, the court session reopened. Zubair presented new evidence that invalidated the current will. My family was falling apart in front of the world. The media swarmed. And just as the judge was about to make his ruling, a woman entered the courtroom, veiled, head down. She handed the clerk a USB drive. It was played on the court screen. It showed Sajid, recorded just days before his death. I'm tired of hiding. I made mistakes, but my daughter deserves the truth. Zubair is not just my cousin. He is my handler. He made me forge documents for years. He used me to transfer black money across borders. He promised to keep Zara safe if I vanished. But now he wants her gone too. The courtroom erupted. Zubair lost control. He stood, screamed. That video is fake. He was unstable. But it was too late. The judge postponed the verdict. Ordered a federal inquiry. Zubair's face turned white. He knew. The tide was turning. That night our home was attacked. Molotov cocktails. Car set on fire. Our dog was poisoned. A note nailed to the front door. Truth isn't free. Silence was your safety. Now live with what you've done. We were forced to go into hiding. But just when I thought the worst had passed, the final twist shattered everything. We were relocated to a safe house. A small apartment guarded by 2 officers. I was sitting in the living room, holding the only photo I had left of Sajid, when the power went out. Total darkness. A knock at the door. The guards didn't answer. I opened it myself. And standing there was Faizan. Alive. Bruised. Holding a gun. He stepped inside, looked at me, and said, Zara, we've all been used. By the same person. And it's not Zubair. You're not the only heir. You're just the distraction. The real inheritor is already moving. And they're coming tonight. I whispered. Who? He said just one name. Daniyal. And then the gun fired. The gunshot echoed through the apartment like thunder cracking open the sky. Blood spilled on the floor. A dead body and an unconscious body were on the floor. Was it Zara or Faizan? Who was dead or unconscious? Was there an intruder listening to their conversation? Who pulled the trigger? Subscribe to this channel, Untold Realities, and put on notification to find out in the next episode of The Whispers. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below. Thanks for watching.